Hi guys, Jessie here, and welcome back to my Young Justice reaction series. Today we are going to be moving on to Season 1, Episode 7, Denial. So last episode we ended up completing out our team with the introduction of Artemis, who is Green Arrow's new apprentice, after Speedy ended up, walking away in a huff. According to Green Arrow, she's his niece, I believe. But apparently that is not true, and there's some big mystery behind her and, who she is, which Speedy is in fact aware of. Though I guess he's going by Red Arrow now. We also got introduced to yet another villain, which was the League of Assassins, or the League of Shadows. I can't remember which they're going with. I always get those mixed up in my head. And now with the League of Assassins in the picture, and apparently also connected to Cadmus in some sort of way, I wonder if they're going to be later introducing the Al Ghuls, Ra's and Talia. Yeah, I'm wondering why they seem to be introducing the League of Assassins, but depending on how far this timeline goes on, Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, I pronounce it Ra's al Ghul because I was first introduced to that character through the Nolan Batman trilogy, so they pronounce it Ra's al Ghul, so I've been trying to train myself out of that. I think it's technically supposed to be Ra's, but yeah, Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul are kind of important characters in future Robin's storylines. So I'm wondering if they're introducing them now, so maybe in the future seasons we might get Damian, or in future seasons they might introduce Jason, and obviously when he dies he has to come back, so they might be going like the Lazarus Pit route for his resurrection, or they might be introducing the League of Assassins, just add another named Batman villain / organization. But I'm not going to be surprised if they end up introducing Ra's or Talia in the coming seasons. We also got another plot thread at the very end that there is a spy within either the Young Justice or the Justice League. Someone is leaking information. And I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional. Like, someone might be maliciously leaking information, or accidentally. I do not believe it's Artemis, though, because Artemis seems like a red herring. The fact that they introduced the fact that she has some mysterious past and it's kind of shady, just to introduce the mole plotline in the very next scene. So I'm gonna guess that Artemis's past is a red herring and she's not actually going to be the mole. I don't actually believe it's going to be anyone on our team, mostly because it'd be kind of weird to introduce everyone in like a team show just to have one of them end up evil in the very first season. I mean, they're all in the intro, so I don't think anyone's going to be leaving the team. But that kind of leaves it up in the air of, like, who can it be? Because the only other people who are really connected to the Young Justice are the Justice League and, like, Speedy. So yeah, I'm gonna just have to wait to see more patterns, to see if more characters end up showing up more frequently, to actually for me to actually figure out who the mole might be. And if it's intentional or if it's some sort of mind control. Mind control happens a lot in comic books, so I would not be surprised if the person who is giving away information is not doing it on their own volition and is either being blackmailed or controlled by Cadmus itself. That being said, I am super excited to keep going, and so let's jump into this episode and see if we're introduced to another mystery aspect of the show. I feel like that's something I should have known. It looks familiar, but I'm not entirely sure who that was supposed to be.
Bonsoir, messieurs. How can Madame Xanadu be of service? There is someone to whom you wish to speak. Your wife, Manon?
Yes. My Yunza.
then Madame will make contact, if fate
Mm.
be kind.
But he so rarely is.
Ahem.
Oh, of course.
Nature's pocket. I don't trust this. This is shifty as fuck.
Oh, my darling, how I missed you. I'm so lonely.
That was supposed to be my wife? Heck, my little Spitfire would have kicked my can for throwing away good money on you.
No refunds for non-believers.
You have the perfect aura for the work. And nothing would have pleased me more than to be reunited with my bride. You will be with her soon enough.
Okay.
This is Kent Nelson, a friend. He is 106 years old,
Guy doesn't look a day over 90.
and he has been missing for 23 days. Kent was a charter member of the Justice Society, the precursor to your mentor's Justice League.
Of course. Nelson was Earth's Sorcerer Supreme. He was Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate, that was it.
Dr. Fate. Guy knows a little advanced science. Dumbledore's it up to scare the bad guys and impress the babes.
Kent may simply be on
Also,
one of
Sorcerer
those
Supreme, isn't that?
but
Doctor
he is
Strange.
caretaker to the Helmet of Fate, the
I
source
guess
of the
both of
Doctor's
them are
mystic light,
doctors
and it
and
is unwise to
sorcerers
waste such power
of
unguarded.
the Supreme
He
kind.
is like the great sorcerer, priests, and priestesses of Mars. I would be honored to help find him.
Me too. So honored. I can barely stand it. Magic rocks.
Take this. It is the key to the Tower of Fate.
What are the chances we both so admire the mystic arts?
So,
I hope that ends soon.
when did you first read?
Look, I don't hate Wally, but like, I don't like the character tropes of like guys who will not take a hint at all. I hope he calms down by the end of the season. Really do.
Seriously considered becoming a wizard myself.
We've reached Tornado's coordinates. but
I feel you, Artemis girl. I feel you.
Take us
Oh,
down.
of course it's Salem.
Tico.
I'm watching the show.
Enjoy it. While you can. Soon enough, my friends will come to help me.
Okay, you creepy little shit.
What? Oh.
Oh, that's dope. You live in a universe with like superheroes and like aliens. I don't think magic is the most extreme thing you can go to.
We are true believers, here to find Dr. Fate.
Could have just said you're looking for Dr. Fate. Oh no.
The tower may not appreciate trespassers. Mute. How unlike you to bring guests to the tower, especially one with such potent mystic power. My friends come to help me.
I don't know enough about Dr. Fate to know what the fuck's going
Having
on.
trouble maintaining altitude. I'm so hot.
You certainly are.
Wally!
Hey, inches above sizzling death, I'm entitled to speak my mind.
Hello, Megan. We never truly answered the question. Red Tornado sent us to see if Mr. Nelson and the helmet were safe.
Yeah, just don't fucking lie to Magic Tower.
It should be
Don't worry, Megalicious. I gotcha.
Enough! Your little impress Megan at all costs game nearly got us all barbecued.
When did this become my fault?
When you lied to that,
Delicious.
whatever it was.
That's science. I recreated Flash's laboratory experiment, and here I am. Everything can be explained by science.
Let us test that theory.
Wait! The backdraft from the lava will roast us alive!
It's snow. Do you ever get tired of being wrong?
Poor old Wally. The punching bag of his show.
Ever hear of string theory? We're in a pocket dimension.
Ugh! What's that?
Maybe it's Nelson's magic wand.
I got it!
I can't let go!
That's someone else's problem now.
Having too much fun.
Still having fun?
Why does that guy sound like he's doing a Severus Snape impression?
Wally uses his understanding of science to control what he cannot comprehend. Acknowledging the existence of magic would be to relinquish the last vestige of that control.
Okay, apparently just lay his whole ass out, apparently. Got it.
We're up against an opponent with tremendous mystic power.
Abracadabra? Flash proved he uses futuristic technology to simulate magic. Guys all show and no biz.
Right you are.
He is?
Abra is a charlatan, but Clarion the Witch Boy, the kid with the cat, he's an actual Lord of Chaos. The ultimate enemy of a Lord of Order like Doc. I'm just an old coat Fate used to put on. Until my wife Inza convinced me there could be more to life.
So Dr. Fate kind of possesses people. That's kind of
Clarion's after
what I
me.
was thinking, that
He
they're
gets
two
his
separate
sticky little
entities.
mitts on it.
Because the person that was like, or the hologram that was wearing his face earlier seemed to refer to him as a separate entity. So Dr. Fate is its own thing.
Mr. Nelson!
Sete todo, setionos incansabium iam adefes.
No!
Not bad for former Dr. Fake. Papa will give you just enough time to do what you need to do.
I have no idea what I need to do.
Have faith in what you can explain.
Wally, we're in trouble. We need Dr. Fate.
Put that on, you may never get it off! Okay. No problem. I'm not here. I'm just delusional.
Still don't believe? Seriously, kid, how'd you get so bullheaded in 15 short years?
But you're...
Yep, but don't feel bad. As soon as this little brouhaha is over, my spirit will ascend. And I'll be reunited with my beloved Inza.
Get it out, Naboo! Order went out of style in the 20th century!
This battle is pointless.
You sought to take the helmet
before it came to host.
But
You are too late.
Shut it, you old fart! Case you hadn't noticed, I'm winning!
It is difficult for a Lord of Order or Chaos to maintain a presence on the physical plane. I am held to the helmet, but that is not your way.
You're family, Naboo!
Am I?
Eagle! We're out of here!
fact that that character was wearing a Speedo the entire
That's how
time.
we kick it on the earthly plane.
Some free advice before you go. Find your own little Spitfire. One who won't let you get away with nothing. For example, that.
You never said what happened to you when you put on the helmet.
Energy from the thing rewrote my brain's beta waves. I was bioscripted into becoming Dr. Fate for a few minutes. No big.
Wait, you're still claiming there's no such thing as magic? If that's how you feel, why keep it at all?
Souvenir.
Geek.
Find your own little Spitfire. One who won't let you get away with nothing.
Hello, Megan! Guess who bought us 2 tickets to a magic show?
He'll learn eventually. So that was season 1, episode 7, Denial, which now makes a lot more sense because it's about Wally's denial about magic. And I get the fact that he doesn't believe in magic because he doesn't want to believe, but I think it's kind of stupid whenever characters don't believe in the random bullshit in these kind of shows when they're so used to dealing with everything else. Like, yeah, call it science, magic, whatever. But the fact that he doesn't believe the fact that, like, Dr. Fate, like, controlled his body for a while and, like, human souls and everything don't exist is kind of just weird. But yeah, this was our first, like, introduction to the magic side of the DC universe. A lot of the Justice League in general, at least the original ones, are more sci-fi based in general. I mean, Batman is all about, like, technology. Superman is an alien. Flash was created by a science experiment. Green Lantern is kind of a mix of sci-fi and magic. I think out of all of, like, Justice League, at least the main ones, the classic Justice League, the only one that has, like, a really strong connection to more of the magical side, I guess, would be Wonder Woman, because obviously she has a lot to do with, like, the gods and Greek mythology, and her main villain has the tendency to be, like, Ares, which is not science-y at all. Yeah, but it's a nice little introduction to some of the more mystical side of the DC universe. Did not remember Dr. Fate's name at all at the beginning. I don't know a lot about Dr. Fate. I kind of recognize the helmet. Apparently he's a Lord of Order. I don't know what the difference between lords and gods are, but they seem to be similar in a sense, that they both kind of rule over, like, primal aspects of the universe. Obviously, like, going back to, like, Ares would be war, and Dr. Fate is order, and the creepy little demon boy was chaos. So yeah, I don't really know a lot about, like, the lords of the universe or anything, or Dr. Fate, like, whatsoever. But I recognized the helmet, so I have to assume that he's at least a popular enough character. Or one of the most interesting things about this show so far is really me being introduced to heroes and villains from other different aspects of the DC universe. Because my bubble for the longest time has been mostly Batman, and, like, only Batman. So I'm very knowledgeable about Batman's rogues gallery, and then I know Lex Luthor is Superman's main villain, and not a lot else. I could not name pretty much a single Flash villain. Captain Cold, is he one of them? And it was a Wally-centric episode, and he ended up right where he started, basically, when it comes to magic. And with Megan. Obviously, since it's a kid show, they're not exactly subtle about the whole find yourself a Spitfire kind of situation. Though when I saw the last episode, I thought maybe him and Artis might end up getting together. Because it's one of those situations where characters butt heads and then slowly figure out they love each other or whatever. And I'm not going to be too harsh on it. It is, in fact, a kid show meant for, children. And I am 22 years old and watching it, so hey. Though I'm not the biggest fan of the trope of two characters can't stand each other and then suddenly they fall in love. So I'm really hoping that they actually end up building on the romance and like why they would like each other before they end up together. But yeah, there didn't seem to be any overarching connections to the bigger plot in this episode, which was kind of nice because it meant I can take a breather and not have to worry about how Cadmus has to deal with any of this. It was also the first episode we did not have Robin. And when I first heard he was off being the dynamic duo with Batman, kind of disappointed because obviously, if you've been watching the series, you know Robin's my favorite. But I don't think this episode really missed anything because he wasn't around. And it makes me wonder if there was a reason they did not have Robin in this episode, or if it was just to keep the cast from being too overstuffed and he just wasn't really needed for the episode. I think it's better just to have him not in the episode rather than try to force a character in there when they're not really going to be doing anything. It kind of sucks it was my favorite, but, you know. So that was my reaction to Season 1, Episode 7 of Young Justice. Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and it kind of keeps me motivated to actually make these. And lets me know that you're actually, you know, enjoying them. So, thank you. And as always, I will see you next time.